Hello, welcome to the latest Ragic office hour. Let's get started. Okay, the first question. Possible to filter rows in the sheet based on group permissions. Okay. Is it possible to filter the visible rows for a user based on group permission or value from another sheet? Well, we do have assigned the record to users or user groups, so I suppose that should be in the similar neighborhood of what you're looking for. Okay, let's see your example. Let's say we have two groups, X and Y. Both groups have access to the sheet. X group users can see and edit all records that only belong to their group. Okay, that's the role of bulletin user on Ragic, but can't see and edit Y group records and vice versa. Okay, the admin will be able to see and edit all records. Okay, yeah, this is pretty standard way of how Ragic how how the access right setting works on Ragic. So you can assign a set of records to a user or a user group. So you can look at our documents here, assigning entries. So So basically, you can assign entries to a user or user groups. So you can assign a record to a user by having a select user field on the record, and you can assign it to a user group by having a select group field. And just make sure that you check the set selected user as entry manager or set selected group as entry manager. By having a user as an entry manager means that um, because for bulletin user usually but for bulletin user, if you did not assign the record, the user can only edit the records that he created. Okay, so for bulletin users, that's the way it works by default. But if you have a select user field and you choose this user for this record, it will, as the entry manager, it will be as if this user created this record, so that this user will have the permission to edit this record. Okay, so and this also works for user groups. So if you have a select user group field, so if a user is the entry if the user group is the entry manager of the group, and then this user, any user in this user group will be able to edit this record. And this is for the role of bulletin user. And on the other hand, if you configure the role as a survey user, and anybody who has not been assigned to this entry, or any user group that has not been assigned to this entry, will not be able to see this user group at all, or see this record at all. Okay, so this is how how you set up the field to assign this entry to a user or a user group. Okay, and it says here you can assign the entry to a group instead of a user. So yeah, basically this is how this document shows you how this works. And let me summarize this. You you can create, so in your question you would like to have users cannot see and edit records from another group. So you can create a sheet that contains a select group field and have it, what is it called? Set selected group as entry manager. Have a set selected group as entry manager. This way, a user can only see and edit a record when the user is in a user group that was assign was selected for that record. Okay, yeah, this is how to configure this. Okay, next question. I would like to create a dashboard that shows records from 2 or 3 different sheets based on their status. Records from different sheets on one report. Okay, right now I don't think we have a report that does exactly that, from 3 or 2 arbitrary sheets that you could just put together. But let's take a look at your example. For example, I have purchase orders and freight orders in 2 different sheets. Okay, and would like to see a summary view of all open purchase order and freight orders. So basically, you just need to see a summary view of like all the records. Since the fields on both sheets are different, yeah, that's the main problem. I would like to take only a few common summary fields from each sheet and show them in a new sheet or report. Is this possible, and can you show how? Um, yeah, because right now I can't really think of a way to like mix and match because different sheets have different fields. So if you have different, yeah, we don't really have a way to show like two sheets with different fields, but only having their like common denominator fields in there for display. So currently, I can't think of any feature that exactly does that. But of course, you can export it to Excel and do some of those editing on Excel. That of course that would be a workaround, but it would be pretty difficult for me to kind of see if there is any great way to do this. Yeah, for now, I don't think we have a good way to do this except to do it on Excel. But in the near future, we will have a new version of our dashboard report. On the dashboard report, you will be able to have like multiple widgets, report widgets that you can insert, like the ones that we just introduced to your Ragic sheets that you could incorporate in your design. And you can have multiple widgets of like listing pages that you could put on your dashboard report. And that when that is online, it will kind of work the way you would like it to work. Okay. Right now we don't have a exact feature for this. The workaround would be to export to Excel and make the edits there. In the near future, yeah, we're already working on this. We will have a new dashboard report which you can add multiple report widgets like the ones you have on Ragic sheets. You can have a widget as a listing page and combine multiple report widgets on the new dashboard report. Okay. All right. So yeah, keep an eye on our announcements, and yeah, we're already working on having because you probably already seen the new widgets on the design mode that you can add report widgets to your sheets, and we're trying to add this component to your account homepage so you can add report widgets to your account homepage and also have a separate dashboard report, new dashboard report where you can add different types of report widgets to the dashboard report. Okay, next question. Randomly generating values. Would it be possible to support generating random values on fields in the future, such as the following use case? Selecting random users or selections from a selection field. Oh, okay, this is interesting. Yeah, randomly select one. But interesting. Yeah, it sounds possible and could be useful. Randomly selecting as a table record certain field value, like a lottery draw. Okay, generating random serial number in a custom format. Okay, for the third one, okay, I'm not completely sure we have this yet. So for auto-generate field, do we have random values? No? Hmm. Yeah, if you need to have random numbers, we'll probably have to do it with like a function, a formula. Formulas. Yeah, I think you could somehow do this with rand formula, the rand function. But it's still not very easy because you would like to. We don't have a way for you to specify an option of it from a selected index of this selection field. So yeah, I think this is definitely something we could support in the future, and we might be able to to support it with formulas. This is just off the top of my head, and yeah, we think I think we should be able to figure something out for this to have a feature that's have a way a design that's suitable for this. Yeah, and I do think this would be a pretty useful feature for your Ragic sheet. Okay. Support use cases. And random unique random numbers in auto-generated field type to support use cases like this. Yeah, this is just like a draft of how we may be able to support this, but yeah, but this sounds like something that's not really technically not really hard, but just need a good design for users to use it in a more elegant way. Okay, thank you for your question. All right, that's it for the question for today, and thank you for joining in to our Ragic office hour today. So if you have any more questions, feel free to use this form to ask your questions, and we'll talk to you in 2 weeks. Have a great day. Bye.